Let's start with a very important question. Should you even work out if you don't even know anything about fitness? Like, is it really even worth my time to go work out even though I don't know anything about the gym? In this video, I'm going to discuss that. And I'm going to discuss also what it takes to win. But before we tackle that, let's discuss why you should listen to me. My name is Eli Houston, and I've been lifting for almost 5 years now. I did all of that without a fitness coach, without a dietitian. I did it all by myself. So I can confidently say that I most certainly have the personal experience necessary to discuss this. I also approach lifting and dieting from a very scientific standpoint. And what exactly do I mean by that? Well, basically what I mean by that is I didn't go into it thinking, okay, I'm going to go into the gym, and I'm going to load up as much weight as I can on the bar, and I'm going to try to throw around as much weight as possible. I actually wanted to fully optimize everything I was doing, from training and dieting all the way to my lifestyle choices as well. I wanted to make sure that the exercises I was doing was actually benefiting me and actually putting me closer to my goals. Basically, to become a jacked bodybuilder. I also care a lot about fitness and dieting, even to the point where it became a hobby and then it skyrocketed to an extreme passion. Not only is it a passion for my personal fitness, but I also want to help a lot of other people on their fitness journeys as well. And also naturally, I'm just a very ambitious person. I like to set very high expectations for myself and big goals. For example, along with content creating and fitness, I'm also a student at a university learning to become an astronaut one day. I have the confidence that I know how to set goals and act on them as well. My main goal is to help to reduce the amount of modern and average people that there are in the world today. I want to bring back strong individuals who pursue success, self-improvement, and genuine hard and smart work. One way I want to do that is by helping people build their dream physique through bodybuilding. So if that sounds good to you, once I gain your trust, it'll be the first link in the description down below where you can get access to my full bodybuilding program. So let's get back into the big question of should you even start working out if you know little to nothing about fitness? So before, I would actually make it a big point that you had to get your nutrition and your diet right before you actually started working out. And I actually want to make a bit of a correction to that. Actually, a major correction to that. And that corrected viewpoint is that I think you should start working out immediately. So yes, you should immediately start working out even if you know little to nothing about fitness. And this is because starting out will have you as close to success as you could possibly be at the very beginning. Think about it. You couldn't be closer to success if you don't start. Because like making the excuse that, oh, I don't want to go to the gym yet, I still need to learn all about it first. Like, that's such a stupid and closed mindset to have about it. That's like a college student saying, oh, I need to learn all the material before I go to lecture. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So basically what you need to be doing is you need to go and get started in the gym right away, because that's how you're going to learn the most from it. Just like how the college student goes to lecture to learn the most from the material. Going to the gym is the best way to learn about the gym. Simple as that. So now that we have the answer to that big question, let's go ahead and break down exactly how that process works from starting at the beginning to going successful, assuming that you want to maximize your gains and efficiently reach your success on your fitness journey. First of all, you need to be creating a specific goal or set of goals for your fitness journey. Whether that's benching a certain amount of weight or gaining a certain amount of weight or losing a certain amount of weight, whatever it is, the point is you need to be creating a goal or ideally a list of goals to follow. Without these goals, you can easily be compared to a ship with no end destination, just sailing around in the open ocean, not really ever getting anywhere. So you need to create goals so that you can be like a ship with an end destination and just sail right to your goals and see success. Basically, be the ship that has an end destination, not the one that doesn't have an end destination and is just sailing around for no reason whatsoever. Very important to keep in mind that your ship's journey will eventually see rough waters, and things will get tough, and you will have to fight in order to keep going forward. But eventually, you will make it through the storm and you will see success. For example, some smaller rough waters that I saw on my fitness journey. One time I had a micro tear in my left pec, and the doctors said that I wouldn't be able to lift for over 3 weeks. I could not do anything in the gym without moving a certain way that hurt my pec very badly. So After 3 weeks passed, I finally got back into the gym, and I quickly realized that I had lost a significant amount of gains and progress. However, I didn't give up. I kept working out, and eventually I came back stronger, and I improved my fitness journey better than I ever had before. These are some things that you'll have to prepare for in your personal fitness journey. And I'm not saying that you're going to have a micro tear in your left pec, but I am saying that you need to prepare for the rough waters and the tough times that will happen in your journey to success in fitness. After you make those goals, the next thing you need to do is to take action on these goals. You need to take action on these goals next, because if you never take action on any of these goals, your goals mean absolutely nothing. And more specifically, I would highly suggest that you make daily goals in the beginning. Take everything step by step, day by day. Doing this, like I said, will allow you to take everything day by day, and it'll be a lot easier to process. If every day you lived just with your end goal in mind, you would quickly realize that things would get very daunting, and you would have a high chance of possibly getting burnt out. At the beginning of your success journey, make daily goals and take everything day by day, and make small steps towards those goals. For example, if one of your goals is to gain 10 pounds of lean muscle within 5 years of training, what are some daily goals that you should keep track of that will eventually get you to this main goal of gaining 10 pounds of lean muscle? Well, some things could be protein consumption, calorie consumption, quality sleep, intense training sessions. Basically, the question is, how can you optimize each day in order to work towards this goal? So that's how I would suggest that you should take action in the beginning of your success journey. Then, once you've created some goals and taken action on these goals, the next step is going to be staying consistent with your work towards these goals. And this is arguably one of the most challenging parts of the whole process, is staying consistent. This is the part of the process where you're going to have to decide to yourself whether or not you want to be a winner or a loser. More specifically, this step of the process is called Quitter's Valley. If people were to give up on their fitness journeys, this is most likely the stage of the process where they would give up. This is the part of the process where it will truly test your wits' end, and you will have to fight to see it through. And ultimately, this is one of the most challenging parts, because not only do you have to work and work and work, and then only then work a little bit more, but also because you have to constantly be improving the work that you're doing. And that was always the most challenging part for me, because at first I just wanted to stick to one thing and then do that one thing forever and hope to see some success in the future with that. Whether that was a split I was running or a chest day I was doing, whatever it was, I just wanted to stick to it forever and run with that and hope that, I saw success with that. The logic behind that was, doing the same thing over and over again, isn't that consistency? And kinda, but not exactly. That's mainly because it's very possible that you might consistently work on the wrong thing. So that's exactly why I make it a strong point to consistently work on some specific type or style of work, but also improve that style or type of work along the way, making it better and better every single day. Something you need to keep in mind, and a major reason why a lot of people give up along the way, is they feel like they'll never quite figure it out. And to clue you in on something very important, nobody ever has anything fully figured out, ever. People, as well as you and I, are constantly having to figure out new ways of improving work every single day in whatever aspect it is. In this case, there's always ways to improve your fitness life. So just stick with it, and you'll see improvements that you can make to your work in your fitness life. You will always be able to figure it out the longer you do it. One very important thing I want to add in this is that you need to ignore the haters and the naysayers at all costs. And I don't mean people trying to give you constructive criticism, because there is a very clear difference between genuine haters and people trying to give you constructive criticism. I'm talking about the people who are just hating. Ignore them at all costs, because here's the deal. The haters and the naysayers will never be better than you, because at the end of the day, you're the one actually trying to pursue self-improvement and actually see success. So the haters and naysayers will never be better than you. Just remember that. For example, people who are more experienced than you in the world of fitness will almost never hate or make fun of you for starting. And if they do, well, just remember, they are much less than you are. Once you perform this process of creating goals, taking action on these goals, and staying consistent with your work, something very special starts to happen. You'll start to develop what I like to call a success-oriented mindset, where you start to develop a lot more positive traits that are ultimately necessary for success. And ultimately, these traits and this success-oriented mindset will skyrocket your ability to do more consistent and harder work every single day. And you may have noticed that being consistent and hardworking is actually what got us to this success-oriented mindset. Yet, the success-oriented mindset and the traits that come along with it will actually lead you to be more and more consistent and hardworking in the future. So it's ultimately a giant cycle. You started out being consistent and hardworking, which led you to that success-oriented mindset. And then that success-oriented mindset resulted in you being more and more consistent and hardworking than you ever were before. And then that'll lead you to developing an even stronger success-oriented mindset. So it's just a giant cycle that'll eventually pull you out of that quitter's valley that we were talking about before, and it'll skyrocket you to success on your fitness journey. Let's go ahead and recap on what we've talked about today. Starting with that big question of, should you even work out if you're still clueless about fitness? And to put it simply, yes, you should start immediately. You should start immediately because that's ultimately how you gain the most knowledge about fitness and dieting. And also because there is no other way to be closer to success when you're starting out by starting ASAP. So once you start on your journey to success in the gym, you should follow a specific process, assuming that you want to maximize your gains and skyrocket your success. And to do that, you're going to start out by creating a goal, and more ideally, a specific set of goals. And then after that, you'll take action on those goals, and then you'll stay consistent with your work towards those goals. And eventually, once you do this for so long, you'll start to develop that success-oriented mindset that we originally started talking about. From that success-oriented mindset, you'll develop a lot of positive traits that will be necessary for your success journey in fitness. If you continue to do this, I promise you, and you have my word, that you will make it. I believe in you. Again, my main goal is to reduce the number of modern and average people that there are in the world today. One way I hope to do this is by helping people build their dream physique through bodybuilding. So if that sounds good to you, I would highly suggest that you go check out my bodybuilding guide in the top link in my description down below. And if you like this type of content, I would highly suggest that you subscribe. I post stuff about bodybuilding, fitness, dieting, things like that very regularly. And with that being said, I hope you found this video valuable. Stay tuned for the next video. And most importantly, best of luck on your goals and take care.